Greetings, lovely Capricorn. Thanks for joining me. We've laid your cards out for this full moon on the 23rd, 24th, full moon in Aquarius. This is your reading for that. Now, we've laid your cards out, a shortened Celtic cross, as we do. And we will go through Capricorn and clarify. We come out with the Two of Swords. The beautiful 2 in the Thoth deck is called Peace. You know, I love this card. We see that sword piercing at the top, if you can see it there, the new moon. If I do remember that the last Capricorn reading, I think that there was some sort of illumination or reveal could be happening at this full moon time. This card is about decision making. Of course, all the twos are. It is crossed by, we're making a decision based on our intuition. It is crossed by the 4 of Swords, which is called Truce in the Thoth deck. I love it. I love this card. So we have a time where we choose some respite here in order, obviously, possibly amongst many other things, but to make a decision based on our intuitive feelings. In order to do that, we do need a level of rest, and more often than not we need to give that to ourselves because others won't necessarily offer that to us. The basis of this is the Knight of Discs, a very land-based knight, quite slow and steady, very reliable. Could be someone in your life, could be aspects of yourself, Capricorn. We are limited by this idea of Saturnian time. But this is a great card of, you know, I do get the sense of great insight into management or a message about how to manage a particular situation in your life right now, Capricorn. Of course, we will go through and clarify. We have the 10 of Cups in your recent past. That's behind you. Beautiful card. Emotional bounty. We reach the 10. We're surrounded by it in our world. We see it. We see it in people. We see it in our world, you know. When we open our front door, it's all around us here. The current position we see, this gorgeous gift of the Ace. This is something that is coming to you. You give it form. I don't believe you're 100% sure about what that form will take for you at this current time. It is a divine gift, and it is an emotional gift. We see the Prince of Swords. And when I say this, often there is a reason for this. The Prince of Swords isn't particularly that focused on any one thing. He's getting drawn by 3 little fairy figures. He's getting pulled in all sorts of different directions. It's almost as if there's you know, you're in a position where you have to kind of think, well, you know, this beautiful gift of the Ace, how do I spread that out? How do I channel it out and form it? It's as if there's a question mark to that at the moment, which is probably why the 4 of Swords is in that central position. Moving forward, we have the 7 of Swords, a difficult card, of course. So all the 7s are about assessment, and the 7 can be something that we do to ourselves. It can be self-sabotage or self-slaying. And we have it with the Fool. A directive here to be free, to have a level of having cast aside anything that could be burdensome to you, or just stuff like that you don't need anymore. You know, you're lightening your load. The Fool takes off pretty much unlimited in the desire to have a fresh new beginning. So let's just go through and clarify for Capricorn today. We'll have a look at the Two of Swords to begin with. Two of Swords, please, for Capricorn. Two of Swords for Capricorn. Just get one more card. We get the King of Wands. Charismatic character. Excuse me, Capricorn. We'll get this. Oh! Charismatic. Very impulsive. Could be aspects of yourself, lovely Capricorn. He can be very much a life and soul of the party. Really intense. It comes with the Nine of Swords, a card of unfounded worry, in fact. So this is interesting. An intuitive decision. We don't like to get confused or tripped up by unfounded fear. No decision is a great one based on fear, is it? Can we look at truce? Can we look at the Four of Swords for Capricorn? Two of Discs, keeping things in balance amidst quite a lot of movement, quite a lot of possible chaos and flux. So there's a lot of changes going on for you, I think. There's a lot of, that's what I feel. There's a lot of change going on in your world. And, you know, the Four of Swords, which is called Truce in the Thoth deck, is that moment where we just take some time out for ourselves. Can we look at the Knight of Discs, please, here for Capricorn? Knight of Discs. We get the Knight of Discs again. We get the Knight of Discs again. Messages coming through. There's a dependability here, or there's something here that you can really, there's a solidity about where you're at, I think. But there's I mean, you could look at it, you know, with the Prince of Swords and the Ace of Cups at the top. You could look at it like there is a new offering, you know, a new love offering. But anyway, let's just keep going. We'll just get one more for these two Knights of Discs. Management, yes. Management. Look, it's something to do with love, that's for sure. We get the Ace of Cups again. So we've got it as the basis. We've got it at where you're at the moment. There is an offering. There is maybe a reconfirming your feeling. And we have the Six of Swords on the bottom. I think you're having a reinvigoration, or someone is inspiring you in a new way, someone who's been very much in your life for a long time. I do feel that. And if there's any moving forward, if there's this thing that it's, if there's this thing about understanding your own self-saboteur, I do feel like this thing of moving forward is more than one person understanding this, like working together in order to start afresh. I do feel that here. 10 of Cups, just behind Capricorn, just past. 10 of Cups, please. Whoa. Wow. Where did that go? Oh, excuse me, Capricorn, I just... We get quite a few cards coming up. But what were we looking at? We were looking at the 10 of Cups. To clarify, we get the Magician and the 8 of Swords. Really, the antithesis of each other. The Magician has his wand. He's got everything, everything here. And then there's limitation, self-limitation at the same time. We get chances in life, don't we? Sometimes we get second chances. That's just what I hear. Can we just look at, it's quite confusing reading Capricorn to me. Prince of Swords are always honest about that. Prince of Swords, we get the Devil. There's something about enjoying this, but it's somehow maybe a little bit dangerous or forbidden. Do you know what I mean? Like this, that's just what I kind of get. Can we have one more card? One more card for the Prince of Swords, please. For lovely Capricorn. So we have the Devil, which, we understand. I mean, we understand that the Devil is about, can be about bondage, codependency, that kind of thing in relationships. And we get the Tower coming out, new information, something quite amazing, like with this Ace of Cups. Let's get a card for the Ace of Cups, please. Look, there's something about this that we get the Fool. Something is getting broken down in order to be rebuilt, and whether this is just about certain things within yourself, I do get that it's somehow relationship. It's somehow to do with or something to do with a relationship. When we say that, we get the Two of Cups, a card of relationship, a card of choice. Can we look at... It's quite interesting. Oh, I think the rain's coming down. Can we look at this? Just the Seven of Swords, please. For lovely Capricorn. For Capricorn. Seven of Swords. Look, we get the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck and the Eight of Wands. Messages coming in. Speed, actually. Something is accelerating your process, whether that's your process of decision making, whatever it is. Something's really speeding this up. And we look at the Fool. Again, we've got the Fool twice in this reading. We seem to be going around in a little bit of a merry dance, just like the Prince of Swords can do himself. When we clarify this beautiful Fool, again, we get the Two of Swords. I think you're making a decision, and it's a decision about your relationships, what they are, whether they're male, female, non-binary, whatever. It's not about gender, it's about relationship. And I think you are either reinvigorating something that's been quite long-term, or you're deciding on, you know, to take a plunge together and do something completely different. Take off on, just hit the road, Jack, you know. Take off, live on the road for a year, just doing something completely different, going off grid, whatever it happens to be. But it is a decision in terms of a relationship, is what I feel. Anyway, let's just get a Brian Frood, Pixie and Fairy for lovely Capricorn. Breaking free. We have Lease of the Shadows, a card of breaking free of bondage, actually carrying others with you, facilitating that within others also. It's a really beautiful card. And last but not least, a journey map card for beautiful, yeah. And it is about matters of the heart. It's about your gorgeous heart, Capricorn. It's about your beautiful heart. We must offer ourselves love. Wow, it's getting really wild. I hope I don't get blown away. Look, Capricorn, I hope that was interesting for you. Take wonderful care and enjoy this beautiful, what will be a gorgeous full moon in Aquarius. So, ka kite, and see you next time. Bye.